we've got a special block and a special guest here. This is Steve from Precision Casting in Salt Lake City, Utah. We've got an Indian block. This is a very rare block. That's why Steve's here. He's the rare guy that can fix this kind of stuff. Look at this problem we've got. Ouch! Oh yeah! This thing had a major catastrophe. Got it. What we're gonna do right now is he's gonna rough all that slack, get all that off there for the most part. Right now, he's zeroing the block, and we'll get the block back and keep going on it. That'll be part 2. Getting good. How old is he?
He'll be 21 this year.
Oh, good for you, dude.
Brought him in. He started.
What's his name?
Kelly. He started last Wednesday. I started getting him going. He's never run a bead in his life, and he's doing great.
It's your boy?
Yeah.
Kelly, nice to meet you. I'm Dave. Really nice to meet you. So you're gonna work with your dad, huh?
Sure.
Good for you, dude. Well, you'll do well, man. This industry needs people to fix stuff. Yeah. You will always have a job, and the other thing, you can get a job anywhere on this planet. Sure. Anywhere, if you have a skill like that. Thanks, Dave. That's good. Thank you. Welcome. He's such a nice guy. That Dave, he's getting his boy to work with him. I think that's awesome, man. Reminds me of when I started with my boys. All right, everybody. I know you didn't think it could be done. Wow. Look at that. See what Craftsman can do?
This is actually the thrust journal as well, so we'll have to recut that thrust.
But I mean, come on.
Oh, this is exciting.
Come on. This is like...
I love fixing stuff like this.
This is crazy.
You did a pretty dang good job, too.
Heck yeah. It's just cast iron because it's rusted. Just like the rest of the block, little surface rust here because it's been sitting. I mean, he's left us plenty of meat here for our thrust. Look at that, son.
I know.
I mean, man. I don't know about you, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, big time.
How you doing, Dave?
So where have you been off to?
I was down in Globe, actually, in a mine site, chasing work, like always, man. So like I was telling you originally, the engine blocks are just kind of like a hobby for me.
I know.
The big stuff's what I'm after. I'm an industrial repair shop.
Come on back, I want to
How did the block turn out?
Oh, dude, it looks, you know it looks incredible,
Well, I don't
dude.
want to sound cocky or anything.
I mean, my gosh. This is the Picasso. Steve, if you're not awed by this, I think you're dead.
All in all, it took me about 16 hours to bring that in. And it was straight through, start to finish.
Wow.
And then he had about 6-8 hours of grinding, so I left it all rough and tall for you guys. I'm proud, so you can come back in and machine it what you need.
Yep.
So when we decked this off, there was a 22 thousandths variance from here to here. So we went ahead and took 22 thousandths off of this machine surface here so we could check our bond line, as well as clean up our brazing work here.
And so what we'll do now is we map this block on our 4-axis. We know where every bolt hole was before it shifted. We'll realign bore this thing, put liners in it, and we'll recenter up our cylinders.
It looks good now, but when you guys get done doing all that machine work, are you going to dyno it afterwards?
We're not building this motor.
Oh, you're not building it?
No, we're not building this. We're sending this out to the customer. Jeff, buddy, it's coming. I know that
you've been patient.
He has been patient. Thanks,
awesome.
Steve.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey everybody out there, I wanted to give you an update on this one job that you're still asking about. Now, I've shown Steve's work on the Indian block and we got it all to that point. It needed some additional work, not on the welding, all that was done, but machine work needed new sleeves in all 8 holes, which was no problem. We were gonna put top hats in it. Then of course, line bore the mains. The customer wasn't ready with the parts. He didn't know how he wanted to build it. He didn't even have a crank for it, and I didn't really want to line bore it without a crank that I could then assemble it and spin the crank in it to make sure everything was fine. So what we decided is for now, until he kind of really decides on how he wants to build that monster Pontiac engine, we decided to go ahead and ship it back. We bagged it up, shipped it back to him. We hope to maybe get it back, but that's where it's at. Sometimes, you get car repair, restaur mods, things like that, old cars. Sometimes, you have to put them in mothball for a little bit till you get a little more budget and you can finish them up. And that's what happened.